You will be amazed by this movie. The Ripple lawsuit against the SEC has officially concluded. Indeed, you read that correctly. Our prayers have been fulfilled, and this is only the beginning. Significant changes are coming. Within hours, experts believe XRP's price might exceed $500. Pretty amazing, no? Seize your opportunity to become wealthy. Without more delay, let us go directly to the point. Disclaimer: the XRP community is waiting anxiously. But this time it's not from dread. The long-running case between Ripple and the SEC is finally approaching its end after years of legal conflicts, court drama, and regulatory uncertainty. The SEC's appeal against Ripple was recently officially halted by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Shared by crypto attorney James Fullen, the order verified that both sides sought the matter to be on hold. The court put all actions on hold as it agreed. Although this does not constitute the formal conclusion of the case, it indicates we are in the last phases. The Ripple lawsuit is finished, as Lord XRP said on X, and he may not be incorrect. For XRP holders who have endured years of uncertainty and price suppression directly related to the SEC's charges, this moment is momentous. The SEC sued Ripple in 2020, alleging it sold unregistered securities in the shape of XRP. From then on, the situation has come to represent the larger conflict in the United States between regulatory overreach and cryptocurrency innovation. Legal professionals are now commenting on what follows next given the appeal on ice. Attorney Fred Rispoli believes Ripple's next action will probably be in district court to change Judge Annalisa Torres' prior summary judgment decision. That ruling already made clear that XRP is not a security in secondary sales, meaning retail investors trading XRP on exchanges are not violating any laws. For Ripple and the whole cryptocurrency sector, it was a great victory. The internal changes coming from Ripple itself are even more telling. Stuart Alderode, chief legal officer of the business, stated lately that the SEC has consented to reduce Ripple's financial penalty from $125 million to $50 million. That's a huge drop and evidence that even the SEC is eager to move on from this matter. Moreover, the regulator is supposed to ask for the lifting of the injunction barring Ripple from selling XRP to institutional investors. That action might open a whole new stage of expansion for Ripple and its enterprise-oriented offerings. In one straightforward sentence, Crypto Geek captured the whole change. SEC settles with Ripple. It's a phrase that signals to the market the war is nearly over and peace is within reach, therefore starting the end. But even as the court fights quiet, XRP is gaining momentum. The launch of the first XRP leverage ETF in the US by ethereum is among the most thrilling recent events. It was the most successful ETF launch in the company's history, and it suggests an increasing desire among institutional investors to get exposure to XRP, this time with clarity and confidence. Understanding its significance helps one to thinking about what an ETF really is, helps one to grasp. Imagine you wish to invest in real estate but do not want to purchase a home, rather, you put money into a real estate fund that mirrors property values free of the headache of ownership. An ETF performs that for assets including stocks, gold, or now XRP. It lets major investors see XRP without having to manage wallets, keys, or cryptocurrency exchanges. It allows for XRP access by means of the known system of the conventional financial world. That changes the game. Assets like XRP are driven by institutional adoption from speculation to utility. More institutional products and funds will probably start including XRP now that legal fog is clearing, either via ETFs or direct integration into payment systems. For a token designed with cross-border utility, speed and scalability in mind, Ripple has been waiting for this green light. Though the lawsuit is still technically on hold, the direction is obvious. The SEC has lost the high ground. Ripple has survived the storm. XRP is at last entering the future for which it was intended. Not as a question mark in a court, but as a serious competitor in the world financial system. Insane, correct? Ripple is at last breaking free after years of ambiguity, and the timing could not be more ideal. This is not only another cryptocurrency update, this is a historic time. Crypto specialists say this is the most optimistic indication XRP has ever had given the SEC retreating and Wall Street preparing. What is coming next will catch you off guard. The XRP community is therefore more active than ever, and for good cause. Things are changing. As Denny Serrero noted in a tweet that's now gone viral, gold is breaking out aggressively. He followed it with a daring assertion. Next is XRP. Sound money never dies, it just takes turns. Perhaps he is correct, perhaps this is XRP's moment. Let us pause and consider our present location. The lawsuit of the FCC is practically finished, the appeal is on hold, Ripple's penalty is being lowered. The way is opening. What we see is XRP emerging from a legal shadow it has been trapped under for years, the light at the end of that tunnel. Then, it seems quite similar to institutional adoption. But this is where it gets crazy. Though XRP sits at about $2, the expectations of the community are rising like never before. Though some investors are aiming for $10, others like the Rippler whales say, "I'm getting ready for $500 per XRP. Not a typo, $500 per token. Though some may find it absurd, the attitude behind it merits some discussion. Remember, XRP was trading at 49 cents just a few months ago, people were grumbling all around. It then shot to more than $3 in January, before tapering off. It's back to the $2 range now. And what is going on? Greater annoyance, greater anxiety. Once XRP hits $50, as Eduardo Farina said, people will weep for $100, and that is the reality. XRP will always have a voice saying it should be higher no matter how far it rises. But let us zoom out. XRP has increased more than 327% in the past year. Contrast that to Ethereum, which is down 48% year over year. XRP isn't falling behind, it's leading after 7 years of skepticism, suppression, and consolidation. Include the rising feeling from the XRP community to that. Steph tweeted, "In the next 3 to 6 months, XRP millionaires will be created." Then there's the now famous Elon Musk parody piece, "Money is coming." It might be a joke, it might not be. The story, however, is changing. No longer are individuals simply wondering whether XRP will last, they're wondering how far can it go. And that question, given all the speculation, all the charts and projections, might only be answered by time. But here is what we currently know. XRP is once again in the limelight. The legal cloud is fading away, doors of institutions are opening. History has taught us time and time again that when money moves, it moves fast. Fascinating. No, but it improves even more. Ripple's strong alliances deserve discussion, a positive indication you don't want to overlook. Ripple is quietly laying the groundwork to dominate world finance from central banks to leading fintech companies. This is not only hype, it's real. XRP's future depends on